cloud's still there. Talked to a guy that came down from that way going south. He said the cloud was there all day, just around that one peak. Got my coffee drink, most of my morning business done. Just need to break camp and get going. Getting started at a decent hour, and the tent is wet, but my gear is dry. All the vegetation is wet, and it's fairly cool. I think the thermometer said like 45, 50 degrees. Next 5 miles has 2,500 foot of elevation gain, but it's not straight line. It's going to start off mellow and get steep. I'm sure I'll mention it. I had a good night, slept good, and glad to be doing this with fresh legs in the morning rather than in the evening. Coming from in there. Going that way. That glacier's up in there. And look at that waterfall. I can hear it from here. Coming from down there. Going up there. So I brought a bottle of water out of camp. And this, I don't think is even a mile up. But I think there's water at the top. Going that way. May have gotten my foot a little bit wet. Coming from over there. I want to say I remember this section just because as you go up, you get a better view of the glacier. And pretty soon I'll look down at that waterfall instead of up. I'm going that way. Coming up from down there. And there's the waterfall. Say right about even with me. Anyway, going up that way, coming up from there. Now looking down at the waterfall. Going up that way. Coming up from down there and going up there. And I've got about 1.25 miles of uphill left. I'm feeling pretty good, maintaining my around 2 miles an hour speed. Would not be doing like this at the end of the day. Coming from that way, and I'm done with my big uphill. did also miss the turnoff for a water source, but I think there ought to be some more in a few miles. So now I'm going over there. And it's 11 o'clock. Coming from there, I'm getting a new view. Heading down that way. And over here I have some rocks coming from there. Over there, I think you can see where the trail is going to go over that saddle, right over there. I'm going to go that way. Here's some rocks. The trail's up over there. I didn't bring my water filter because I didn't expect the water to look this good. Mostly just wanted to get a shot of this. Well, I'm out of water, and I'm going to get some here because it's about 7 miles to the next water. Coming from there, getting ready to finish up the little 2 miles of up and down. And today's just been a beautiful day. I am enjoying it. Going up that way. And there's some rocks coming from over there. Not much of a view, getting to some trees, but now I'm about to start about 5.5 miles of downhill. Let's see what kind of time I do on that. Coming from there, I just thought this was pretty. Coming from there, got a little better shot of this view. coming from down there. And the view's not going to get better as I go down, so I don't know how often I'll capture these, but just a pretty day. I'm heading this way. Coming down from there and going down there. Not too rocky. I'm sure I wouldn't be enjoying it as much if I was going up, but I'm cruising going down. Came down from up there. A lot of rocks. And heading down there. Coming from up there. And I was looking at the map. Realized it's 2:30 now. I'm only about 3.5 miles from where I was going to make camp. Going that way. And that would have me making camp quite a bit earlier than usual. But the next one is a couple hours after that, and it's uphill without a water source. So, I think I'll go ahead and just make camp early. I noticed yesterday was kind of a big uphill followed by a big downhill, and then walking up a valley. Today was kind of a big uphill followed by a big downhill, and then I'm going to walk up a little bit of a valley. But tomorrow might be different. Tomorrow I think is a big uphill and a big downhill, and then immediately into another uphill. So it's nice to have variety. Coming from that way. And just about done with the big down. And trail out a turn and start going up a little valley for a little ways. Everything's pretty dry. I like it. Gonna go a little bit farther, but all these flat, dry campsites. This is Spade Creek. I like all the cold, clear water we've had lately. Coming from over there, and it's like 300 foot of elevation gain per mile, but that's nothing compared to what I've done the last couple of days going up that way. And it's like 70 degrees. This is just gorgeous. Not where I'm getting water for tonight, but I sure hope that the next stream looks as nice. All right, got a little bit farther to go that way, like maybe half mile or so. Coming from that way. Well, this is my water source, and I like it. So now, see if I can find a campsite. It's not right next to the water. But that one over there doesn't look bad either. Well, here's the other campsites. Be all right with the one-person tent, but I've got a two-person tent. I'm going to go back. It's going to be me. Doesn't bother me at all stopping early. I got the miles done I want to do. I know where I want to be the day after tomorrow. And tomorrow, I'm going to start off with another big uphill, so I hope I feel as good tomorrow as I did today. So this is where I gathered water. It's about the time that I would normally be making camp anyway. And I just, before I started making dinner and editing videos, wanted to mention something that happened today. Met up with a lady hiker that I'd met in Northern California, and we had talked for a while, and then I stopped to get a video clip. She got ahead. When I caught back up to her, she stopped, turned around in the trail, and said, "You have a very nice voice. You could do voiceovers or something." And I told her I don't like my voice, but I can't remember if it's more than one of you or if one person has said it more than once, but that I had a good voice. And they say, if somebody calls you a horse, you call them a jerk. If somebody else calls you a horse, you punch them in the nose. The third time somebody calls you a horse, start looking for a saddle. So whenever I get off trail, there's a couple of old books that I've been wanting to read again. I might have another channel that's just me reading books or reading science articles or something like that. Just thought I'd share that while I was thinking about it.